Hello there, Scorpio, Scorpio rising, and of course all of you Scorpio moon people out there. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting January 6th, 2020. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com, or of course you may also follow the links below. So, what is going on when it comes to your astrology as it relates to the coming week? Well, Tuesday and Wednesday, it's all about what I've been calling dances with Neptune, and that's basically the Sun and Mercury both sextile to Neptune Tuesday and Wednesday respectively. Now, this is ultimately going to be about you getting some kind of external assistance that will speed up a development in a romantic relationship, or possibly a relationship with one of your children, or a journey you will be taking with one of these relationships, or both, because there's two aspects happening on 2 days. Now, this is occurring from your third house of communications, pacts, promises, and commitments, to your fifth house, again, of love, romance, and relationships with your kids. And it's kind of hard to say which way the sextile will go, because sextiles, of course, for those of you that have watched the Astrology Classroom episodes on Patreon know, sextiles are when houses reach over and help each other out, right? Whatever's passing through there. And the Sun is all about opening up to you, or dissolving something that's been kind of standing in the way of one of these relationships becoming, I guess you could say, all it can be, or getting on its highest trajectory. With the third house involved, this could be dissolving something that is slowing down, or that has been slowing down progress in a relationship, or quite frankly, it could even be enlivening a relationship or bringing in more trust because of some kind of breakthrough that a child or a partner is actually having. With Mercury involved, we also have the speeding up, again, of the acquisition of some kind of dream or fantasy fulfillment in your relationship life, with either, again, romance, or, as a romantic partner or as a parent. And we're getting exactly a taste of what we want. And with Neptune involved, again, this is creating more fluidity in our partner or in our child. All of a sudden, their personality is becoming a lot more open-minded, maybe spiritually more open-minded. I am seeing a lot of deep opportunities for spiritual connection this week for Scorpio people with those who are maybe not like-minded, right? The mind level is not everything. That's kind of that's a lower level priority. But this is more like-hearted, like-spark, like-spirited type of power that is really shining through here. And with Neptune involved, this is all about actually indulging in something that may not necessarily seem practical or feasible on the surface, but it absolutely is. So there's a bit of an adventure starting up this week. I hope that made sense. Just a quick reminder for all of you, I know that there is an eclipse this week, and I'm going to be putting up clips about the eclipse that I'm actually extracting from the monthly horoscopes for January that are up on Patreon right now. If you want your full monthly horoscope on January, though, you do need to go to my Patreon and sign up for that, and you can follow the links below if you're interested. So, moving on, before we get to the cards, I do want to remind everybody that if you are having a hard time finding the horoscope you're looking for, you can always go to the main channel page and scroll down, or you can click on the Playlists tab. And if you are having trouble with that, some folks have been having trouble with those directions, I did make a video as a form of, I guess, tech support or direction support, and I'll include a link to that in the down bar below as well. So what's going on when it comes to your cards over the course of this coming week? Well, we've actually got, for your spiritual themes, the moon in reverse. And this is a week where a lot of mysteries are getting solved. In fact, with the moon card reversed, we're actually seeing what people have been actually keeping, maybe behind the scenes, not keeping from us in a personal way, right? We don't want to take this energy personally. That's not going to serve. But with the moon card reversed, full stories are being disclosed, and this could be a lot of disclosure going on for everybody, but in particular with the Moon card reversed for you, this could be people also solving mysteries about themselves that they don't really know. They're coming up with answers for why they behave a certain way, or maybe actually finding root causes for why certain things always turn out for them. You, as well as others, are all kind of finding answers to ongoing situations that seem to have no rhyme or reason. And with the Moon card reversed, you're also going to be noticing that people are going to be sharing that with you, even giving you opportunities for a bit of closure, wrapping up old stories and details, where perhaps answers or maybe questions, even things that we've maybe accidentally ruminated on, are finally getting cleared up, to wrap that package up in a neat little bow so we know exactly what to do with it or exactly how to clear it and move on. So this is a week where, again, solving, solutions, that's where it is. No more processing and overindulging, or processing and accidentally perpetuating, because that can happen with alchemy and manifestation work. If we process for too long, we accidentally just recreate the same week. This is a time where we're finally wrapping a lot up. When it comes to influxes, energies that are flowing in, affecting the entirety of your life, we've actually got the Tower upright. And so, again, a lot of stuff that has gone on for way too long, a lot of stuff that has maybe been artificially supported or maybe artificially propped up is getting torn down. And for a lot of you, this could catch you by surprise. This does not have to be a negative surprise, however. I do want to remind people, don't swing to the negative just because you see the Tower. I've seen the Tower show up because somebody, won a $30,000 scratch ticket, and all of a sudden that Tower was just them moving in a huff. I've seen the Tower card show up in great ways. But what happens here is that there is, again, an abrupt alteration to your norm. Something is not allowed to be perpetuated. Something is not allowed to repeat. And I think it is in the best interest of all concerned, though with the Tower card reversed, people who might have an aversion to change or a fear of change happening so quickly may have a difficult time transitioning, even though it's overwhelmingly positive. Sometimes we get a promotion and we know at the end of the day it's a brilliant thing, but it's a really rough 2 weeks to start with. However, if you can work through it, just allow these old structures and these old dynamics to crumble around you. Please, don't burn yourself trying to hold up the house as it's coming down. When it comes to the outflux, what's going away, we have the Seven of Cups upright. And it does look like a period of waiting, a period of possible, maybe just sort of waiting for something to make a decision for you, maybe waiting on a cue from the external, maybe waiting on the process of elimination is coming to an end. And that might actually be very helpful, because sometimes we're not sure exactly which option to take, or maybe we've been in a situation where we've been playing the odds, playing the field. The Seven of Cups reversed is indicating, okay, now the environment, now Source, now the universe is stepping in, and we're moving to the new stage or the next stage. This can be really good news for a lot of you as well, especially if you've been waiting to hear back from people after you've already made some kind of submission, or you've already put yourself out there. You've already put it out there and people are just kind of waffling, or they're assessing the situation. The outflux of the Seven of Cups reverse is indicating things are finally getting more crystal clear. We're now actually working with solid intentions as opposed to just conceptual space. But one of the things I'm seeing here as well with the Seven of Cups reversed is, again, the guessing games are going away. A period where, again, kind of like the Moon card reversed, mysteries are getting cleared up and solved. And it may actually prove to be a bit stunning, because sometimes it's not always the likely suspect. I'm not sure if that's necessarily true in all cases this week for you, but we're going to know where we stand with pretty much everyone and everything at this point. No mysteries, no guessing games. When it comes to material concerns, when it comes to work and wealth, and again, material concerns. Remember, the bottom row is all about the mundane. We actually have the Strength card in reverse. And there is something that's going to be coming up where we see the end of the line when it comes to either what is worth keeping or healthy, or actually sustainable as it relates to maybe either an expense or some kind of work or financial commitment that you have. Now, I'm getting with the Strength card reversed, it's not necessarily something you have to turn everything on a dime with right now, but I think that it is going to be coming to a close, coming to an end, and we have to be thinking about alternatives or maybe bumping up or moving the next, our next step anyway up the queue. Because with the Strength card reversed, I am seeing there is sort of an era of decay. Things are getting a little bit shaky, right? The tower is starting to shake a little bit before it comes down. And financially this week does seem to be going quite well. I'm not seeing anything negative going on here. I'm actually not getting negativity about money as a commodity. It's really more of a bit of a heads up. In fact, actually financially, with the Strength card reversed, a lot of you may be finding that there's plenty of opportunities to make money fast. I've often seen this card show up for people who can do a lot of extra, sometimes burn the candle at both ends, getting a bit of overtime. So if you want to do that before whatever happens, you've got your chance. When it comes to the external, other people, friends and relatives, we've got the Five of Swords in reverse, and you're going to be patching up with somebody this week. I see people laying down their arms. I'm wondering if maybe there is some kind of reconciliation in it for you. I'm not sure what kind of relationship we're recovering or maybe just starting fresh with, but it does look like there may be somebody that we've been on the rocks with, or maybe we just had a full-blown falling out at some point in time in the past, where we have the chance to finally piece things back together in, again, a way that is healthy and up-to-date for everyone. We're not going back to whenever the incident or precipitating event happened. We're starting present in the now, where everyone is in their growth. And with the external being the Five of Swords reversed, peace is returning, but I am seeing, again, the recovery of some treasured connection, or at least once that was treasured once upon a time and now can be in the present should you like that. When it comes to the relationships area, though, when it comes to love and romance, we have the Eight of Swords upright. And this week, when it comes to dating, when it comes to romance and partnerships, there is going to be this confrontation of trust and fear that is actually not grounded. This is, or founded in your present experience. I'm not sure if this is something that, I'm not sure who's bringing this to the table, or if this is like kind of a mutual thing, or maybe an insecurity that was cultured from a past experience. But the Eight of Swords is indicating that there is a chance for us to break free from whatever this is, instead of capitulating to it, instead of having everyone walk on eggshells around it, right? I understand that it's very good and compassionate to be like, look, somebody who honors and respects and understands that, you know, somebody's going through a process or what they've been through, but the commitment should also be for growth and health and healing and not having to have that anymore, right? And I think that that's where we go with the Eight of Swords, is there's an opportunity to really sort of get the girl to realize that she can actually cut herself free on any of the swords. She's not bound that much, and she can already get her blindfold off. There's a chance for an awakening and a clearing away from something that maybe, again, as a couple or as a prospective couple, we've only simply thought to accommodate that really we should be evicting from our relationship. This could also indicate other people or things that we do for other people that's actually costing us in our relationship. And should we do that, this fantasy fulfillment of Tuesday and Wednesday should be all the easier to achieve. So that's your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, y'all know I appreciate it. And if you ever wish to get a session, go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com.